This is the OTB Television Network, a service of Capital District Off-Track Betting.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this week's edition of Horses and Courses. I want to thank Gene Wood for sitting in last week on HNC. 19 races to bring you from 10 different racetracks, including the big weekend that was at Prairie Meadows. But we're going to get started at Monmouth Park, the 41st running of the Eatontown at 3-2, Ruthenia.
They're off in the Eatontown Stakes. And Unbridled Humor broke well. Here comes Silver Screamer like a shot on the outside. Marquette Madness left well. And Vivo Parley joins the fray early as they come out of the chute onto the main course. Marquette Madness leads the way. Silver Screamer eager to go on. Vivo Parley is 3 lengths from the lead. Heavenly Landing got away 4th. Unbridled Humor is next in 5th. Then it's the favorite Ruthenia 6th into the first turn, followed by Little Often Annie. And the trailer Dinners out 12 lengths from the pace setter Marquette Madness, and Pablo Fragoso won a quarter of 23-2 and leads it by 2 3/4 off the turn. Marquette Madness, the pace setter, down the backstretch. Silver Screamer is second. Vivo Parley is third. Unbridled Humor getting a bit closer, 4th on the outside. Heavenly Landing saves ground 5th. And then it's Ruthenia, gap of 2 lengths to Little Often Annie, and the trailer Dinners out. About a half mile to run, 47-1 for the half, and Marquette Madness continues to cut it out. Silver Screamer getting a bit closer from the inside. Heavenly Landing. Vivo Parley is 4th in between horses. Unbridled Humor on the outside asks for run. Ruthenia from the inside. Then it's Little Often Annie, and Dinners out 3/4, 111-1. It's Marquette Madness, and they're trying to close in. Here comes Silver Screamer on the outside. Vivo Parley mounts a charge into the stretch now. Silver Screamer commits to the lead. Heavenly Landing dives to the inside. Vivo Parley is right there. Unbridled Humor is trying to rally. Ruthenia up on the far outside in deep stretch, and it's Silver Screamer, and Jose Espinoza. Silver Screamer, then Heavenly Landing, Unbridled Humor, and Ruthenia.
And Silver Screamer, ladies and gentlemen, coming out of an allowance victory over at Belmont Park. First time in stakes, sat behind Marquette Madness, who would run off to an early lead. Silver Screamer took the lead at the top of the stretch, just cruised home under Jose Espinoza, who I thought did a very, very good job riding for Rudy Rodriguez. And Silver Screamer returns $11.40 for the victory. Heavenly Landing finishes second, and Unbridled Humor checks in third. And Ruthenia, the 3-2 favorite, finishes off the board and 4th. Big race to bring you from Charlestown, ladies and gentlemen. $400,000. The Red Legend at 6-5, Il Villano.
And they're off in the 5th running of the Red Legend. From the inside, Il Villano and Jake and Elwood break alertly for the lead. Center of the track, Some of the Parts now rushes up, and Some of the Parts looking to steal it early. Into 3rd comes Innocent Man. Dropping back in 4th is Il Villano. Another length and a half back to Always Sailing. Then about 4 lengths back on the outside of Majestic City. Up the rail looking for racing room is Mr. Handsome, and moving up between horses is Flashy Dresser. Opening quarter goes in 22 1/5 second, and the leader is Some of the Parts. Out there leading by 2 lengths, sitting second on the outside, Innocent Man. Third along the rail comes Jake and Elwood. Then to the far outside, the favorite Il Villano, looking to move late now, coming 3 wide, is almost up into second, and his sights set on the leader, Some of the Parts, who leads by 3 parts of a length. Il Villano and Jose Flores coming after the leader. Up the rail, Jake and Elwood sits third, alongside Innocent Man, still there 4th. Another 5 lengths back to Flashy Dresser now. Asks for a bit more, but a lot to do. And from the back of the pack, Mr. Handsome making a move as well. Around the turn and out there leading the way by 4, it's Some of the Parts. Some of the Parts at 6-1 has the advantage. Down the center, Il Villano trying to get to him a long ways back to the rest, but it's Some of the Parts coasting home here by 4 lengths and pulling away an easy victory. Back-to-back winners for Leandro Consalves in tonight's stakes card. Il Volano second best, up for third. Mr. Handsome rounding off the super will be Flashy Dresser. Unofficial winning time 1:23.4.
But it is the Capital District's local horse, ladies and gentlemen. Some of the parts. We saw this horse in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Sprint last November. Has had 2 Polytrack wins since then, and now steps up to win the $235,000 winner's share of Saturday night's Red Legend. Mr. Gonsalves rode some of the parts in the career debut. Did a very nice job, easy as could be. When Hanson scratched out of this race, got to think that Clarovich Stables and Bill Lawrence and Tommy Amos were very, very happy to see that. They went off by nearly 4 lengths. Il Volano, the favorite, finishes second, with Mr. Handsome finishing third in Saturday night's Red Legend, a 7-furlong, 2-turn contest. We don't get many of those on the dirt. Up north, ladies and gentlemen, on July 1st, they ran the Dominion Day Stakes for the 60th time. Hunters Bay, 7-10.
They're off in the Dominion Day Stakes. Pender Harbor from the outside and Straight Story toward the rail. Then we have Stately Victor and Hunters Bay to the outside of Stately Victor. Taken to the back of the pack is Medidaki Hospi Surge as they move in front of us for the first time. And Jesse Campbell is nursing the speed of Straight Story. It's Straight Story by a length. Pender Harbor is camped at his flank in second. Hunters Bay is out of trouble on the outside, third. Stately Victor tucked in nicely in fourth, 25-2 for that opening quarter. And Medidaki Hospi Surge trails this field. And it's Straight Story on a comfortable lead, just cantering out there on the front end. Pender Harbor, a length and a half back in second now. Hunters Bay on the outside, third, just over 2 lengths off the lead. Then Stately Victor, Medidaki Hospi Surge. A quiet opening half mile of 50 3/5 of a second. And it's Straight Story to the 5/8 pull. Pender Harbor comes on the outside now to turn up the pressure on Straight Story as they run up the backstretch. Hunters Bay watches those 2 from third, a length and a half off the lead. Stately Victor's down to the inside in fourth position, and Medidaki Hospi Surge. Straight Story through a come and get me 3/4 of a mile of 1:15.1, and Pender Harbor accelerates up on the outside, and Pender Harbor has taken the lead. Hunters Bay comes on the outside. Straight Story is trying to find some more at the rail in the run to the quarter pole. And it's Pender Harbor on the inside, and Hunters Bay, the Eclipse Stakes winner, is breathing down Pender Harbor's throat as they turn into the stretch. Pender Harbor on the inside, and on the outside, Hunters Bay. They are going at it tooth and nail. Hunters Bay on the outside. On the inside, Pender Harbor. Those 2 coming down to the wire. Hunters Bay inches away now. Hunters Bay and Emma Jane Wilson to win the Dominion Day. Pender Harbor was second, Stately Victor third, and Medidaki Hospi Surge was fourth.
And Emma Jane Wilson, ladies and gentlemen, makes it 2 stakes victories in a row. Now 4 for 4 lifetime at Woodbine is Hunters Bay. You know, Emma Jane Wilson just did a terrific job getting good position for this offspring of Ghost Zapper early in the race. Never had to break stride on Hunters Bay to get from the inside to the outside. I know it was an abbreviated 5-horse field in the 10-furlong Dominion Day, but she did a great job early. I know it's a 7-10 shot, but she still did great work. Pender Harbor was just nails through the lane. Does finish runner-up, 7.5 lengths in front of Stately Victor, but the offspring of Ghost Zapper out of the mare Smokin' Frolic makes it 2 stakes races in a row for Reed Baker and Frank Stronach. Out to Arlington Park, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Chicago Handicap, and at 9-5, Maud S.
They're off in the Chicago Handicap. Lady Chesterfield, a sharp start for Honey Child. Lunar Mist, nearest the inside, Don't Be Shy. I'll Buy, Kitty in a Tizzy comes up the near side in this leading quintet, and they're being led by Honeychild, who's 2.5 lengths out in front. Ariana D is settled back after that 7 furlong start. 8th on the front, Ariana D. 3 more to Maud S. and 3 to Hamera, who's dropped back to last. First quarter covered in 22 3/5 seconds. Honeychild in the leading role heading to the half-mile pole, and Lady Chesterfield will track her. Nearest the inside, Kitty in a Tizzy. A handy third there for Cisco Torres going past the half-mile. And then the Eric Reed Train 2. At the inside, Don't Be Shy, I'll Buy, a Lunar Mist. Ariana D still 12 lengths in the front, but with under 3 furlongs to go. And Ariana D is being asked to pick up there now by Willie Martinez. Mordes gets a rail run, and Hamera is a long looking last. Here's the quarter pole for Honeychild. Honeychild, Lady Chesterfield, and Kitty in a Tizzy switch to the 3-path. Ariana D and Mordes rallies now into the stretch. Half mile, 44 4/5 seconds. Lady Chesterfield between horses. Honeychild toward the inside. Kitty in a Tizzy. Mordes, Ariana D. It's on the final half furlong. Kitty in a Tizzy has taken the lead. Mordes is charging. Kitty in a Tizzy in the Chicago Handicap. Mordes second, Ariana D third, Honeychild fourth, Lady Chesterfield fifth, Hamera was sixth. Kitty in a Tizzy in 1:23 2.
But it is Kitty in a Tizzy, ladies and gentlemen, breaking from the rail, going 7/8 at Arlington Park, does score the 1-length victory by, under Francisco Torres. Maud S. finishes second in here, coming out of an optional claiming race. This horse was in for the claiming tag. Now, it was $100,000. She won by 6 in that 7-furlong contest. Now came back and finishes runner-up in a stakes race off that impressive claiming score. Ariana D finishes second. But if the Silks do look familiar, that is William Clifton, trainer Jimmy Bond, to win the Chicago Handicap. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, closing weekend from Churchill Downs.
Some people take analyzing a horse race to a whole other level. Tune in every morning at 11 a.m. and get up-to-the-minute analysis of the day's biggest races, breaking news from the racing industry, and our daily best bets, only on OTB TV.
What would another ShopRite mean for you?
It means more chef-prepared meals to take home and call my own.
Another place to get help with healthy eating.
And another place to get fresh fish.
Another ShopRite in the Capital District, 709 Central Avenue. Another ShopRite. That means more chef-prepared meals, another dietitian, and more fresh produce. Get more choices and even more savings with ShopRite's growing family.
We're all about food, we're all about savings, we're all about you.
Hi race fans, I'm Seth Miro with some great news. Now you can get live streaming of all our tracks. Just log on to CapitalOTB.com, click on the live streaming link, and choose from more than 35 tracks from around the world. Plus, you can now get race replays, any day, any track. And don't forget to check out our new virtual tote board. In horse racing, information is key, and no one brings you the crucial information you need like CapitalOTB.com. Live streaming, race replays, and our new virtual tote board. CapitalOTB.com, check it out now.
With more than 70 convenient locations, internet wagering at CapitalOTB.com, and live operators ready to take your call, Capital OTB is the better choice for wagering on thoroughbred and harness racing. Stop by one of our locations to bet in person, or open a Capital Bets account and place your bets over the phone, or at CapitalOTB.com. Whether you're on the road or in the comfort of your own home, Capital OTB is the better choice. Some people take analyzing a horse race to a whole other level. Tune in every morning at 11 a.m. and get up-to-the-minute analysis of the day's biggest races, breaking news from the racing industry, and our daily best bets, only on OTB TV.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Time to turn our attention to closing weekend at Churchill Downs. Up first, 2-year-olds, the 111th running of the Bashford Manor. Circle Unbroken, the 2-1 favorite.
They're in the gate. And they're off in the Bashford Manor. A very poor beginning for Good Tickled. The others away to quite a level break. Flashing speed towards the inside. Praetorian Prefect goes on. Special Joe on the outside racing in second. Circle Unbroken to the rail is in third. Hightail to the outside just in fourth. Go Jack Go is next, followed by Romans Avenue. And then the slow starting Good Tickled, who's now making ground and pulling hard positively at the back of the field as they race inside the final half mile. 22 seconds flat for the first quarter mile in the 111th running of the Bashford Manor. To the inside, the leader, Praetorian Prefect. The one who was snatched up on the turn was Go Jack Go, who ran into the back of runners. Around the outside, Special Joe now has just poked ahead in front and travels powerfully around the outside of Praetorian Prefect. Hightail round the outside down a close third. Circle Unbroken is in fourth and is poised to pounce, it would appear. Down the outside, positively is now staying on. A furlong and a half to go. Special Joe has got the lead. Circle Unbroken is now asked for an effort in close quarters with Hightail. Positively down the outside with Calvin Burrell racing down towards the final 16th. Circle Unbroken and slender lead in second, positively racing to the line. Circle Unbroken to win the Bashford Manor. Circle Unbroken wins the Bashford Manor for Gary Sims and John Court. Positively to the outside. On the inside came Special Joe, and between them was Hightail.
And Circle Unbroken makes it 2 in a row after debuting 13 days before the Bashford Manor. Wheels right back under John Court and wins under the lights. You remember the closing weekend at Churchill Downs. They moved everything to the nighttime with the unbelievable heat index in Louisville. But Circle Unbroken, who was the favorite, scores the victory, sat behind the leaders on the turn, was in tight, and I think looked very professional for only 2 starts. Positively finishes second, and as the co-favorite in the race, Special Joe finishes third. Gary Sims sends out Circle Unbroken, who now got to think we have a good chance to see this runner up Saratoga Way in the next coming weeks. Saturday night, the feature, the Firecracker, a mile on the turf, went off at 10:15 Sunday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tour Allure, 7-10.
They're in the gate. And they're off in the Firecracker handicap. Tour Allure just a little awkward as he let them go, and it is Night Party on the inside of Saruni, the two who dictate the early stages, with on the outside Guy's Reward now in a clear third. Silver Rock is in fourth. Tour Allure at the back of the field as they go into the clubhouse turn. Night Party and Victor Lebron leads the field in the 22nd running of the Firecracker handicap, and with 3/4 of a mile to go, the lead is 2 lengths over Saruni in second, 24 and 4 for the opening quarter mile. Guy's Reward is racing in third. Silver Rock is in fourth. Tour Allure is last the quintet as they go midway down the back stretch, and Night Party and Victor Lebron extend the lead to 2.5 lengths. Saruni, John Court racing in second. Corey Lannery and Guy's Reward in third. Sean Bridgman, Silver Rock in fourth. And at the back of the field, Tour Allure and Julien Leperoux. 50 seconds flat for the half. They've got 3.5 furlongs to go in the Firecracker, and it is Night Party by a length and a half. Saruni now creeping closer in second. Then Guy's Reward, who's going to be 3 wide. Tour Allure is pulling Leperoux's arms out, but he's looking for racing room against the hedge, and around the outside is Silver Rock as they come into the home straight. 1/4 of a mile to go. Night Party towards the hedge still leads Saruni. Then Guy's Reward, he gets to work on Tour Allure. He's had to angle wide, and it's Guy's Reward now who lays it down to them inside the final furlong. Guy's Reward, critically, he got first run. Saruni now battling in second. Tour Allure is running out of time. Guy's Reward is out in front. Guy's Reward for a 5th win at Churchill Downs on the turf. Guy's Reward and Corey Lannery wins the Firecracker. What a meet for Dale Romans. A record 3rd win in the Firecracker, and the champion jockey, Corey Lannery, takes the Grade 2 Firecracker on Guy's Reward.
But Guy's Reward, ladies and gentlemen, how appropriate that Dale Romans and Corey Lannery win the closing night feature race. Guy's Reward returns $9 as the 3rd choice in the wagering, coming off of the victory in the opening verse stakes. That was 3 weeks ago. Saruni, a good 2nd place in here as the 2nd choice in the wagering. Night Party finishes 3rd. Now, Tour Allure, I thought looked very flat in the lane after being in close on the turn. Finishes off the board under Julian Leparoux, finishes 4th as the 7-10 favorite. Big weekend of racing out at Prairie Meadows, ladies and gentlemen. Kicking it off on Friday evening, the Iowa Distaff, and at 3-10, Sterling Madam.
Move in, set for the Iowa Distaff. Off and running. And a good start for Bella Road. The Iowa bred takes off for the early lead, challenged by the other Iowa bred someplace else. And now Sterling Madam charges through in the maroon colors. Brushed by a Star, and Corey Nakatani flanked out just a little bit wide here into the first turn. The two trailers at the back of the field are Another World and Becat. Through the opening quarter, Bella Road hugs the rail here from Sterling Madam, and Brushed by a Star 3 wide as they approach the 3/4 pole. Someplace else has dropped back to the 4th spot. Then it's Another World, and Becat is the early trailer. As they straighten away for their run up the backstretch, and Brushed by a Star takes over now as Bella Road dropped back suddenly there for a second, passed by Sterling Madam, who now grabs the 2nd spot. Someplace else is next, Another World, and Becat is dropped a long way back. They hit the half-mile pole. Brushed by a Star is all of a sudden opened up on the lead, is all alone on top. As Sterling Madam is dropped back, is passed by Someplace Else and Another World. After that, it is Bella Road. And then Sterling Madam is back to second last, is dropping back. And Becat at the back of the field, as now Bella Road is now pulled up there at the top of the far turn. 3 of them have now drawn off in the Distaff. Brushed by a Star is on top from Another World. Someplace Else is next up a long way back to Becat as Sterling Madam is eased toward the back, and Bella Road dropped out of it at the top of the far turn, homeward bound, and Brushed by a Star is still there. Brushed by a Star draws off now from Someplace Else in second. Another World is next up in third, and it is Brushed by a Star, and Corey Nakatani gonna win the Iowa Distaff easily, gonna win it by about 6 or 7. Brushed by a Star cruises home the easiest of winners. Then it's Someplace Else, Another World, and Becat.
Well, a couple quick things. At 3-10, Sterling Madam doesn't even finish the race. Neither does Bella Road. They were just pulled up. Didn't look as though either of those were in much distress, but just distance. Something went wrong with both of them at different parts of the race. But nothing went wrong for Corey Nakatani and Brushed by a Star. They win off by 11 lengths, just inherited the lead on the backside when Bella Road just backed out of the racing. Someplace Else at 17-1 finishes second. Another World finishes third, but Brushed by a Star, sent out by Grant Forrester, returns $9.40 to win Friday night's Iowa Distaff. Also on Friday night, we're going to have the Iowa Sprint Handicap 2-5 Rothko.
Off and running and stumbling very badly at the start was Humble Smarty, lost just about 2 lengths. Wired for 220, clears over to the inside, has the lead up the backstretch. Warning Song is second. Rothko gonna set third early. Then it's Captain Bullet Bob. Toward the back there, Humble Smarty has recovered from that stumble at the gate and has now pulled 3 from the lead, and that's gonna put Flat Black to the trailing spot. Into the far turn, Wired for 220 has the lead now from Rothko to the outside, and Warning Song on the inside. These two are tracking Wired for 220 as they are 3 furlongs from home. Then it is Flat Black, Captain Bullet Bob, and Humble Smarty to the outside. Approaching the quarter pole, Rothko goes to the outside of Wired for 220. These two are heads apart. Warning Song is still there at the top of the stretch. Homeward bound now. Now Rothko on the outside has the lead here, but Wired for 220 fights back on along the inside and now retakes the lead. It's Wired for 220 trying to shake off Rothko at the 16th pole. Warning Song is next up in third. Wired for 220, and Jake Barton going on to win the Iowa Sprint Handicap and wins it nicely under wraps. Beats out Rothko and Warning Song. Time over the muddy track, 108.12.
But it is Jake Barton on Wired for 220. Or 221 if you're a fan of the Mr. Mom movie. This 7-year-old Wired for 220 makes every pole a winning one. Comfortable lead on the front end throughout the entire way. And on the muddy sealed racetrack, trips the teletimer in 108.12. Quite honestly, not very close to Majestic Perfection's track record a couple of years ago. Rothko, the 2-5 favorite coming out of the Victory, and the Aristides finishes second, and Warning Song checks in third. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the second half of the big weekend at Prairie Meadows, along with Hollywood Park.
Listen to what people are saying about the Clubhouse Racebook.
I've been coming here for well over 30 years to the OTB, and I think this is an outstanding facility. Probably comparable to something you'd see in Vegas. They have the big screens there, and then they have the auxiliary screens for, watching all the tracks. And the primary tracks of the day, they'll switch to the big screens, which is ideal for most of us race guys. We like to see the big races on the big screen. Well done.
Hi race fans, I'm Jeff Carl, here to remind you that the next leg of the Capital OTB Handicapping Contest Series is Saturday, July 7th at the Clubhouse Racebook in Albany. The Firecracker offers thousands in cash and prizes and your chance to win a trip to Las Vegas and a seat at the 2013 National Handicapping Championship. So sign up today at capitalotb.com or stop down at the Clubhouse and pick up your entry form. The Capital OTB Handicapping Contest Series is brought to you by Embrace the Race.
What would another ShopRite mean for you?
It means more chef-prepared meals to take home and call my own.
Another place to get help with healthy eating.
And another place to get fresh fish.
Another ShopRite in the Capital District, 709 Central Avenue. Another ShopRite. That means more chef-prepared meals, another dietitian, and more fresh produce. Get more choices and even more savings with ShopRite's growing family.
We're all about food. We're all about savings. We're all about you.
With more than 70 convenient locations, internet wagering at capitalotb.com, and live operators ready to take your call, Capital OTB is the better choice for wagering on thoroughbred and harness racing. Stop by one of our locations to bet in person, or open a Capital Bets account and place your bets over the phone, or at capitalotb.com. Whether you're on the road or in the comfort of your own home, Capital OTB is the better choice.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now moving on to Saturday evening at Prairie Meadows. Up first, the Iowa Oaks, 6-5, Ice Cream Silence.
Last of the six, and we're ready for this year's Iowa Oaks. All in. Off and running. Tapaho in the center, Livy McKenzie showing speed, Eyes in Trouble to the outside. Ice Cream Silence along the inside is next up. Uptown Birdie behind those four, and Imona has no speed early, has dropped back a long way off the pace into the first turn. 7/8 to go. It's Livy McKenzie on top here, leads three of them across the track for second. Ice Cream Silence hugs the inside. Eyes in Trouble 3 wide, and Tapaho in the maroon colors right in between horses, and these three line up behind Livy McKenzie at the 3/4 pole. Uptown Birdie is next up, and Imona is still a long way back. They went 23 flat for the opening quarter. Up the backstretch, Livy McKenzie has the lead. Tapaho now sits second. Ice Cream Silence along the inside now grabs third at the half-mile pole. Eyes in Trouble. Now Uptown Birdie goes through between horses there, is now 2 lengths off the lead, and Imona continues to trail. Down to the second turn, Livy McKenzie on top. Tapaho still right there. Ice Cream Silence along the inside, and Uptown Birdie now sneaks in closer from fourth, and now about to grab third, and these four covered by just a length. Eyes in Trouble and Imona coming toward the top of the stretch. Uptown Birdie now 3 wide. Tapaho in the center. Livy McKenzie still clings to that head margin, and Ice Cream Silence is right in behind those three. Has to swing 4 or 5 wide for the stretch drive, and now there goes Uptown Birdie, now kicks on for home at the 3/16. It's Uptown Birdie now takes over the lead. Livy McKenzie under a ride into second. Now Imona's coming out of the clouds, and Ice Cream Silence next up still has second. They are all chasing Uptown Birdie. Uptown Birdie has the lead. Imona, Ice Cream Silence are coming on late. It is Uptown Birdie and Julian Leperoux to hold on to win the Iowa Oaks. From Ice Cream Silence and Imona third.
But it is the second choice, Uptown Birdie, for Steve Margolis and Julian Leperoux. They win off by a comfortable 2 lengths. Ice Cream Silence, who is going for 4 in a row, checks in second. And at 49-1, by far the longest price on the board, Imona finishes third. But the Offspring of More Than Ready returns $5.20 to her backers. Now time for the 3-year-olds, ladies and gentlemen, the Iowa Derby. And at 1-10, Hanson.
Will be set for the Iowa Derby. All in. Off and running. Alsvid, Hansen, as expected, go after the lead. Hansen, Ramon Dominguez has it with 1 lap to go. Alsvid going to go to the center. Hero of Order is right behind them in third, and already these three have drawn off from True Tap and Macho Bull into the first turn. It is Hansen, cuts the corner on top and leads by 2. Alsvid now going to duck into the second spot. Hero of Order right there third, now single file through the opening quarter. True Tap is next up, and Macho Bull is the early trailer. The opening quarter, 24 flat for Hansen. Onto the backstretch, leads the way. Sitting second is Alsvid. Hero of Order right there third. No change among the top three. True Tap is in fourth. And Macho Bull continues to trail. They are about to hit the half-mile pole. Hansen has the lead. Alsvid continues to cling to second. Half down, half to go in the Iowa Derby. They went the half in 47-2. Down to the second turn, Hansen has the lead still. Leads it now by a length from Alsvid in second. Hero of Order and True Tap. Macho Bull is next up. Midway around the far turn, Hansen still has the lead. Now opens up now by a length and a half. Alsvid second. Hero of Order and True Tap is next. They pass the quarter pole and Hansen kicks on for home. Alsvid is now under a ride in second. Ramon Dominguez has not moved on Hansen as of yet. Now does ever so slightly and takes a peek under the shoulder and sees as a 5-length lead and now drawing clear with every stride. Hansen under a hand ride. A workout tonight. Gonna win this one easily. Ears pricked. Hansen to win. Easily. Did not even break a sweat. Hero of Order was second. Macho Bull came for third. Hansen scores 142.01.
Once in a while, we will hear of public paid workouts, and this may be the living, breathing definition of one. Hansen, so demonstrative, wins going 2 turns by 10 lengths. Hero of Order, who was the 109-to-1 shot, who won the Louisiana Derby, finishes second at 21-to-1. And Macho Bull finishes third. Michael Maker sends out the easy winner who passed on the $400,000 Red Legend at Charlestown. It'll be interesting to see where Hansen shows up next. I think down the road, maybe perhaps the Grade 1 King's Bishop at Saratoga would be a very nice spot. And finally, time for the older horses in the handicap division, the Cornhusker. And at 1-2, Successful Dan.
We'll have the start from Tom Benjamin. They're all in the gate, ready for the Cornhusker. Off and running. Headache on the extreme outside, but now Shadow B dancing right there, joined quickly by Fort Larned. And now Fort Larned grabs the lead for Brian Hernandez and tries to slow him right down with a lap to go. Shadow Be Dancing going to set second. Awesome Gem is third as Successful Dan to the outside in fourth. Taptown is next, and Headache is the early trailer. Into the first turn, 7/8 of a mile to go, and Fort Larned out on the lead. Slows him down to 24-2. No pace on up top, and strolls through the opening quarter. Leads now by 3. Shadow Be Dancing going to sit second. Awesome Jim third. Successful Dan into fourth, about 5 lengths off the lead at this point. Taptown second last, and the trailer is Headache. To the midway point of the backstretch run, it is still Fort Larned showing the way. The lead now is down to 2.5. Shadow Be Dancing edging closer from second. Awesome Gem, Successful Dan are right together now, third and fourth. Taptown is next up, and the trailer is Headache. They've picked it up just a bit now as they move into that far turn, and the leader still is Fort Larned. Takes him to the 3/8 on top. Shadow Be Dancing in second. Now there goes Successful Dan into third. Awesome Gem is being pushed along by David Flores into fourth. Taptown is next up, has about 7 lengths to make up, and Headache trails the Cornhusker field as they pass the quarter pole and come for home. Fort Larned takes him into the stretch drive on top. In second, Shadow Be Dancing. Successful Dan is third up, and Awesome Gem now swings to the center. Awesome Gem is beginning to roll. Fort Larned has the lead, has 1/8 of a mile to hold on, and now draws clear once again. Fort Larned on top. Successful Dan trying to close in second, but Fort Larned nursed around nicely by Brian Hernandez to win the Cornhusker. Beats out Successful Dan. Close for third. Awesome Gem or Shadow Be Dancing.
But it is Brian Hernandez on Fort Larned, the second choice in the wagering, returning $9.40 for Ian Wilkes. And if those silks look very famous, ladies and gentlemen, that is Mrs. Janice Whittam or Mrs. Bayakoa, if you will. But Fort Larned makes every pole a winning one very, very easily. Successful Dan, who was 2 for 2 since coming off of the Clark 2010 edition, finishes a non-threatening second, with Awesome Gem still chasing the $3 million in career earnings, finishing third. Grade 1 action from Hollywood Park up next, ladies and gentlemen. 61st running of the 7-furlong Triple Bend. The Factor at 4-5.
They're off. The Factor broke beautifully, goes right out to the front from Italian Rules away a close second. Smiling Tiger breaks third, Central Intelligence and Camp Victory together fourth and fifth. Tres Barachos is next and mobilized at the back of the pack. No easy lead for the Factor as Italian Rules presses him early, but they're not going that fast up the backstretch. The Factor leads by a neck. Italian Rules is second, 3/4 of a length to defending champion Smiling Tiger. He's 3 deep in the clear and less than a length and a half off the lead. Camp Victory and Central Intelligence still fourth and fifth, and they're 3.5 from the front. Tres Barachos has 10 lengths to make up, and then desperately last is mobilized. They leave the backstretch in the 61st Triple Bend handicap, and the Factor is confronted by Smiling Tiger. These two set the stage for a good stretch battle. The Factor is inside. Smiling Tiger is outside. Camp Victory says, "What about me?" And he joins them 3 wide. He's within a length of the lead. Italian Rules is gone. Central Intelligence and to the outside, Tres Barachos. The Factor's in front, and now Smiling Tiger is gone, but Camp Victory, trained by Mike Mitchell in the center of the racetrack, has taken over the lead, and now Camp Victory leads by a length. The Factor could do nothing about it, and Camp Victory comes to the wire, staying strong. Camp Victory, yes! Trainer Mike Mitchell wins the Grade 1 Triple Bend handicap with Camp Victory 3 lengths over the Factor, mobilized, and Tres Barachos.
But it is Camp Victory, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Talamo, $22.60 for Mike Mitchell. Was runner-up in this race last year, but this year gets the laurels in the slowest running in nearly 30 years of the Triple Bend handicap. You have to go all the way back to 1983 when Regal Falcon went 1:23.2 to get a running time this slow. The Factor, who is now 0 for 2 with the new jock, and 0 for 2 at Hollywood Park after finishing off the board in the career debut. Now, usually with the Factor, it's all or nothing at all, and coming off of the Dubai race, hits the board for the first time without winning, mobilized, finishes third. Grade 1 action continuing, this time going a mile on the turf. This is the Shoemaker, Little Mike, 8-5.
They're off. Little Mike broke perfectly and goes to the front. Liberian Freighter alongside him in second. Hudson Landing breaks third. Then Dubai UXYZ, Suggestive Boy, and a 3-wide Corporate Jungle. Then comes Geronimo, and the early trailer is Mr. Commons. Clubhouse turn in. Jersey Joe Bravo has Little Mike on the front end. He leads 3/4 of a length from the California bred. Liberian Freighter in second. Dubai UXYZ, Hudson Landing, and a 3-wide. Suggestive Boy race in the second flight and all about 2 from the front runner. Then comes Corporate Jungle. He's in the clear in the pink with 6 lengths to make up. The 2 stretch runners, Geronimo and Mr. Commons, both have 8 lengths to make up, and they're midway on the backstretch in the 69th Shoemaker mile, and Little Mike is at the half-mile pole and the leader. Little Mike a half length from Liberian Freighter in second. Long shot Dubai UXYZ at the rail, 3rd and 2 from the front. Suggestive Boy just outside of him. Hudson Landing is 5th and 3.5 off the lead. Corporate Jungle is passing horses. Here's Corporate Jungle going to go from 6th up to be a joint 3rd, and he's 4 wide but on the move. Mr. Commons looms in. He's only 3.5 or 4 from the front. Gonna need racing room. Can't go around Corporate Jungle. Top of the stretch. Little Mike leads. He cuts the corner a length and a half in front. Corporate Jungle in the second. Then comes Suggestive Boy, and here's the Argentinian Suggestive Boy trying to gun down Little Mike. Meanwhile, Geronimo might be passing them all. Here comes Geronimo from out of the crowd to win the Shoemaker Mile. Geronimo with a monster stretch drive. He win by 2. Suggestive Boy second. Little Mike third. Close for 4th. Corporate Jungle and Mr. Commons.
But it is Geronimo, one of the two late closers, with a super huge, awesome last eighth of a mile, making it look easy under Garrett Gomez, going out for Michael Pender, returning $19.60 to win this year's edition of the Shoemaker. Suggestive Boy finishes second. And Little Mike, coming out of the Woodford Reserve victory, finishes third at 8-5 while trying to make every pole. And Mr. Commons, who seems to be off his game as the second choice, the 2-1 closer, finishes fourth. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, action from Finger Lakes and Belmont Park.
Poker is like a war. It's a battle of wits. It's strategy and preparation. Winning is about understanding yourself before the other guy does. Knowledge and skill wins, not luck. For now, put your money aside and challenge your wits. Challenge your skill. Free Poker Network, every Tuesday evening at the Clubhouse Racebook. Welcome to the game.
What would another ShopRite mean for you?
It means more chef-prepared meals to take home and call my own.
Another place to get help with healthy eating.
And another place to get fresh fish.
Another ShopRite in the Capital District, 709 Central Avenue. Another ShopRite. That means more chef-prepared meals, another dietitian, and more fresh produce. Get more choices and even more savings with ShopRite's growing family.
We're all about food. We're all about savings. We're all about you.
Hi race fans, I'm Jeff Carl, here to remind you that the next leg of the Capital OTB Handicapping Contest Series is Saturday, July 7th at the Clubhouse Racebook in Albany. The Firecracker offers thousands in cash and prizes and your chance to win a trip to Las Vegas and a seat at the 2013 National Handicapping Championship. So sign up today at capitalotb.com or stop down at the Clubhouse and pick up your entry form. The Capital OTB Handicapping Contest Series is brought to you by Embrace the Race.
You could wait for money to start falling from the sky, or you could head down to the all-new Clubhouse Racebook and get in the game. With live horse racing on more than 250 flat-screen TVs, state-of-the-art wagering terminals, fantastic food and drinks, and amazing Vegas-style atmosphere with seating for nearly 900 of your closest friends. Conveniently located at 711 Central Avenue, right off Exit 5 of I-90 in Albany, the Clubhouse Racebook and Capital OTB are the better choice.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Time to go out to Finger Lakes for the 28th running of the Ontario County. It was a Saturday afternoon stakes, but Sunday on Sunday, 3-4.
We're ready for the Saturday feature, the Ontario County. And there they go. And Sunday on Sunday broke aggressively, and here's Dance Token showing expected speed, and he clears away Dance Token from the inside. El Grand Patron now into the second spot, and Davin's Ticket is third with the Black Cloud and Bruce's Choice. French Wine won from the outside. Sunday on Sunday, the widest of all through the early stages, just under 5 lengths off the lead. 4 lengths to Hooked on Dance, and Quiet Eyes, a sizzling opening quarter of 21-4. Dance Token taking them to the 3/8, 3 parts of a length. El Grand Patron getting closer from the outside. He's on level terms. 3 lengths to Bruce's Choice with Davin's Ticket. Here's Sunday on Sunday making his move, but now he's 6 or 7 off the lead, and the lead belongs to El Grand Patron. It's a break of 4 to French Wine with Quiet Eyes. From the inside is the Black Cloud, and Hooked on Dance is at the back. The half and 44-4. El Grand Patron entering the lane with the lead. Now chasing him is Sunday on Sunday and Bruce's Choice, and to the rail is Dance Token. El Grand Patron approaching the 16th with the lead, but here comes Sunday on Sunday to the outside, and Sunday on Sunday is rolling, and he's front and center in the Ontario County. Sunday on Sunday from El Grand Patron and Bruce's Choice, maybe Hooked on Dance for fourth.
And the chalk gets it home, returning $3.50 for Michael Ferraro and Dennis Carr. They win rather comfortably by a final winning margin as you look in the charts, but watching the race, boy, El Grand Patron looked like had a big upset chance, but not to be, as Sunday on Sunday truly kicked it into gear the final 1/8 of a mile. El Grand Patron does finish his second, with Bruce's Choice at 14-1, finishing third. Action all week long, stakes style down at Belmont Park, and kicking it off on Wednesday afternoon, 2-year-olds in the Track Baron, Shanghai Bobby 1-2.
They're in the gate.
And they're off. Handsome Jack racing for that lead. Kata Pomeroy is there, and down inside, Shanghai Bobby. Shanghai Bobby and Kata Pomeroy. Those two really going at each other. Handsome Jack out sprinted now and back in third. And then it's nice going Video Storm. And falling behind is Real Rock and Rolla. The battle continues up front here between Shanghai Bobby and K2 Pomeroy. Head to head through the opening quarter in 21 4/5 seconds. 4 lengths behind him, it's Handsome Jack third. Nice going is fourth. Another half dozen back to the other two, Real Rock and Rolla and Video Storm. Coming to the top of the stretch now, and Kata Pomeroy could not keep up with Shanghai Bobby. Shanghai Bobby's out there by 3, but here comes Handsome Jack after him with 1 furlong to go. Nice going is moved to third. Shanghai Bobby desperately trying to hold on as Handsome Jack keeps on coming at him from the outside. Handsome Jack and Shanghai Bobby. Bobby and Jack down to the line. It was Bobby. Shanghai Bobby 3/4 of a length. Handsome Jack was second, 10 lengths back to the third horse. Nice going. And Real Rock and Rolla was fourth.
And our second locally owned horse on the docket this week, Starlight Racing. And Don Lucarelli, they scored the easy victory under Rosie Napravnik. Handsome Jack finishes second, better than 12 lengths in front of Nice Going. Shanghai Bobby going out for Todd Pletcher, the offspring of Harlan's Holiday, now 2 for 2, returning $3 in Wednesday's Track Baron. Thursday afternoon, time for 3-year-old and up fillies and mares on the turf, going 7 furlongs in the Glowing Honor, 7-10, Whipshaw City.
They're in the gate. And they're off. Tricks in the City. Off to a sharp start. Sure Root and Blue Maiden. Down inside Whipsaw City comes up as the field moves up the backstretch. Whipsaw City up for that lead. And Sure Root now runs along in second. And they're followed by Tricks in the City, who broke on top, is now back in third. And right alongside her is Blue Maiden as Whipsaw City opens up here. Whipsaw City opens up a 4-length lead as they move for the far turn. Sure Root runs in second. So it's Whipsaw City on top after a 23 4 opening quarter. Now that lead is a half a dozen lengths. Sure Root runs second by another 2. Tricks in the City still together with Blue Maiden as Whipsaw City continues to bowl along here. Out there by a half a dozen lengths. Sure Root continues on while running in second and is getting closer. Sure Root has now been given her cue. In behind her, it's Tricks in the City. In the clear on the outside, Blue Maiden. The field turning for home. And up top, it is still Whipsaw City. But that lead is now down to 3 lengths as they come down to the last furlong. Here's Blue Maiden coming with a determined run on the outside. Tricks in the City is third. Whipsaw City under the whip, but is still in front. Blue Maiden keeps on plugging away. Whipsaw City and Blue Maiden. Blue Maiden and Whipsaw City. Blue Maiden the winner. Got up 50 yards from the line. Whipsaw City had a 6-length lead evaporate, followed by Tricks in the City third.
But it is the second choice in the wagering for Christophe Clement, Blue Maiden, under Julian Leparoux, who scores the $6.40 victory. Whipshaw City now 0 for 3 stakes in the United States. Maybe perhaps a new running style, very different. I don't think we saw that in the PPs for Whipshaw City. And Tricks in the City, the only United States bred horse, finishing third in Thursday's Glowing Honor. Couple stakes races to bring you over the weekend. On Saturday afternoon, the 69th running of the New York Stakes at 9-5, Ben Ampere.
And they're off. Hit It Rich breaks alertly, but there goes the underling. And Mystical Star. So it's the underling who shows the initiative here and clears the field by 2.5 lengths. Mystical Star second just outside of Hit It Rich. And then its principal role. Aruna holds her position down inside. Aruna had to steady a little bit there going into the turn. And Ban Empire is 3 wide and trailing the field. As the long shot leader here is the underling. And she opens up a 3-length advantage here over Mystical Star, who lets the underling go on with it. And then it hits Hit It Rich running along in third. At the back of the pack, our principal role, Ban Empire is now beginning to move. 6th, 5th, 4th now. Ban Empire moving up after those leaders. And we have a new leader now. And poking her head between horses is Mystical Star. Mystical Star in front. Hit It Rich is now second. Ban Empire is now moved to third. The underling led earlier is tailed off. Now back in fourth. Principal Roll well held while racing in fifth place. And Aruna is unhurried at the back of the pack, well in the grasp of the hands of Ramon Dominguez. The pace is good enough here, 48-4 for this mile-and-a-quarter journey. And the leader is Mystical Star as the field moves into the far turn, shadowed by Hit It Rich. Ban Empire on the outside of the underling, followed by Principal Roll. Aruna still on reserve is Aruna. 6 lengths from the lead as they come to the top of the stretch now. Moving toward the quarter pole, Mystical Star narrowly. Hit It Rich right alongside. Ban Empire right there on the outside now. And Aruna is cut loose by Ramon Dominguez as the field comes off the turn. Principal Roll moves through in between horses. They're coming into the final furlong. Mystical Star and Hit It Rich. And Aruna continues to close on the outside. Principal Roll right there and behind horses. It is Mystical Star in front. Mystical Star in front. And Aruna coming hard at her as they come down to the finish. And it is Mystical Star to win it by a length. Aruna was second, Hit It Rich was third, Principal Roll was fourth.
But Mystical Star coming out of the Sheep's Head Bay where she was disqualified from third place, but this time getting to the front very early under Jose Lescano, an offspring of Ghost Zapper, scores the $11.80 victory for Christophe Clement. And Aruna, who was second choice in the wagering at 9-5 with her late running style, finishes second. Hit It Rich checks in third. The favorite, First Time United States, checks in fifth. Also on Saturday afternoon's card, 3-year-olds. Unofficially kicking off the second half of the season, going 1 mile and a 16 in the Dwyer Stakes, and Teeth of the Dog, even money.
They're in the gate. And they're off. And it's Teeth of the Dog racing for the lead. Down from the inside, Morgan's Gorilla. Morgan's Gorilla flashing good early speed here today. And then it's Monarchic on the outside third. Unstoppable You is back in fourth with Zetterholm alongside in fifth. Then Guyana Star Dweege and Fast Falcon at the back of the pack. Morgan's Gorilla takes the field down the backstretch run. Steadying in behind was Monarchic. Morgan's Gorilla prompted here by Teeth of the Dog. There's Zetterholm now to join the leaders on the outside. Unstoppable You down toward the fence, Monarchic. In and among them, Guyana Star Dweege. And the trailer is Fast Falcon. The opening quarter was a lively 22 4/5 seconds. Morgan's Gorilla and Zetterholm and Teeth of the Dog. It's those three through the opening half mile and a testing 46 seconds flat. And being pulled up there, pulled up is Monarchic. Monarchic has been pulled up and he's out of the race. Around the far turn, Morgan's Gorilla, Teeth of the Dog, Zetterholm, Guyana Star Dweege is just in behind them. Gets a little nudge there to get a little closer. 3 lengths back, and Fast Falcon's coming alive as they make their way toward the top of the stretch. Unstoppable You is stopping, and now the field turning for home after 3 quarters in 109 4. Zetterholm, Teeth of the Dog, and Morgan's Gorilla. Fast Falcon continues to close. Here comes Fast Falcon with a sustained rally on the far outside. And with 1 furlong to go, it's Fast Falcon narrowly. On the inside, Teeth of the Dog, and he's fighting ungamely. Down to the final 16th. Fast Falcon starting to drift out. Here comes Teeth of the Dog again at him. Those two nip and tuck down to the line. Very close, and indeed it goes to Teeth of the Dog. Fast Falcon finishing second, followed by Morgan's Gorilla.
And coming out of the victory in the Easy Goer listed stakes race, Joel Rosario, welcome to New York, scores the neck victory for Michael Matz on this $4 winner over Fast Falcon, who put in a furious late run. Morgan's Gorilla finishes a non-threatening third, but Teeth of the Dog seems to have it going pretty well. Had a poor effort in the Preakness, but now 2 for 2 at Belmont. Sunday afternoon at Belmont Park, time for the Distaffers to go 7/8 of a mile. CC's Pal coming out of her victory in the Vagrancy, even money.
And they're off. Bad stumble for Catch a Thief coming out of there. It was a good start for Cat in a Tree, who's come on for that lead. Derwin Star is there. CC's Pal up close early on, down toward the inside. Island Bound is fourth. And then it's Twice the Lady after that clumsy start. Catch a Thief trails. So it's Cat in a Tree leading the pack down the backstretch run. Island Bound's on the inside. On the outside, the favorite CC's Pal. Derwin Star's between those two, beyond a quarter of 23 1/5 seconds. On the outside, Twice the Lady now beginning to advance, and the trailer Catch a Thief with a half-mile remaining. Cat in a Tree still holds that lead, but right alongside looms the favorite CC's Pal. And here's Twice the Lady now, who's made her way up to be third on the outside. Derwin Star just in behind the lead. Catch a Thief is starting to come alive now, lengthening her stride as Island Bound has dropped back to trail the field. They're coming to the top of the stretch. CC's Pal, Cat in a Tree, head-to-head for the lead. Right there in behind them, looking for a way through is Derwin Star. And here comes Derwin Star now. On the far outside, Catch a Thief. And Twice the Lady, 1 furlong to go. And it's Derwin Star. Derwin Star accelerating now and leaving CC's Pal behind in second and Catch a Thief on the outside. Derwin Star was geared down in the last 16th of a mile. A very impressive win. Catch a Thief ran a remarkable race after that bad start to get second money here, followed by CC's Pal and Twice the Lady.
Derwin Star, ladies and gentlemen, it's the second choice in the wagering, makes it look very comfortable, winning by better than 3 lengths for Steve Caceres. Split horses in the lane. Easy effort here. Catch a Thief, who you saw had that awful start from the rail under Eddie Castro, finishes second. And CC's Pal, unable to follow up the victory in the vagrancy at even money, finishes third in Sunday's Bed of Roses. That wraps up this week's edition of Horses and Courses. Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to join us next week as we wrap up the Independence Day holiday racing action.